Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm doing a preview of the second case in the Ministry of Lost Things, Finders Keepers. I covered the original game for that crowdfunding campaign, and unfortunately they got me the prototype very late, so this is probably going up if everything went to plan a day or two before the campaign closes, but just wanted to give some thoughts. And I'm going to do what I usually do for these types of games. I'm going to play through a little bit of the beginning, so spoilers for that if you don't want to have anything ruined for the game. And then after I've played through the entire case off camera, I'll come back and give some thoughts on the case overall. So use the timestamp, skip ahead whenever you like, if you don't want to see as much, but I'm going to play through a little bit, see how my puzzling mind is working, and we'll go from there. To whom it may concern, thank you for taking on the position of Scout at the Department of Returns. Whether this is your inaugural case with us or you're a veteran Scout, we're grateful for your service. If you're new or if a Neaster ran off with your pertinent memories, please read on for some background on our world and your assigned casework. Whenever an umbrella vanishes from the closet or your socks get lost in the dryer, they don't actually disappear. They're just in Illusiverse, a parallel dimension full of forgotten items. These objects travel from your world, the Realisphere, to ours, the Illusiverse, thanks to special creatures called Neasters, the only beings able to travel at will between dimensions. Neasters are natural collectors who excel at tracking down forgotten items, bringing them to the Illusiverse. Occasionally there are clerical errors in which a Neaster takes an item that still has sentimental value or purpose in the Realisphere. Naturally, this sort of glitch in the space-time continuum is quite embarrassing for the Ministry. This is where the Department of Returns comes in. When we get a signal from the Realisphere that there's been a mistake, we endeavor to reunite the object with its human companion as soon as possible. Recently, we partnered with Realisphere volunteers to better keep up with demand and speed up processing times. We're pleased to have you on board. Your assigned case involves a young woman named Jenna and her lost carabiner. We've already tracked down the carabiner, but Jenna used him to carry various keys and keychains which have now dispersed across the Illusiverse. Unfortunately, the carabiner seems to be either mildly concussed or severely inebriated, and we've retrieved very little information from him. See below for a transcript of his interview. What is your name?
Carrie.
Carrie the carabiner. We're supposed to believe that.
Could you maybe talk a little quieter? My head is pounding.
What happened last night?
I don't remember.
You don't remember anything at all?
I remember being attached to Jenna's bag with all the keys and keychains on me. I don't know how we end up here, wherever here is exactly. Everyone's scattered once we arrived. The house key stayed on the longest, but even she's gone now. Oh, everything's so fuzzy. I think we were on a boat at some point.
How many were with you exactly? Can you tell us that?
It was me, 5 keys, 4 keychains, and an ID card. I need a nap.
Just a few more questions. What else can you tell us about the keys, about Jenna? We've dispatched Neasters to Jenna's place of residence to gather information that may aid your investigation. To open this case file, log into ministryoflostthings.org and enter that as the case ID. Should you find yourself in need of additional assistance, you can access our self-service help system within the portal once you begin the case. Thank you again for volunteering your time and helping us maintain Illusiversal equilibrium. Warmest regards, Penelope Inkford, Chief Object Organizer, MOLT. All right, so going to Transmission 1, we've got a bunch of stuff. We got a map, bunch of little see-through data slips. Looks like recipes, okay. And then a first transmission and some other little textual thing. All right, so I went over, logged into the website just to kind of check, and there are 2 things we need to solve here. We need to use the map and these GPS things along with this transmission to figure out which island her house key ended up on. And then we need to use her journal and these Polaroids from this diner to figure out what her breakfast keychain looks like. So I'm going to start with this one. Again, feel free to skip to the review session after I've played the entire thing if you don't want to actually see these things figured out. But I'm going to try to solve this one and this one. We'll see how it goes. Our missing carabiner was last seen with one of the missing keys in The Keys. He rented a boat and headed west from the dock, taking one continuous path without stopping anywhere along the way. He just whizzed around the islands, but never landed on any of them during the journey. In the end, he did wash up on one of the islands, but we're not sure which one. We were able to retrieve some GPS information from the boat, but it seems like the tracker was damaged. The jumbled output we retrieved has been included on the 8 transparent strips. Can you piece together the carabiner's path and determine where he ended up? Hopefully that key he was seen with will still be there. Additionally, we learned from Jenna's journal of a missing keychain shaped like a breakfast food. We sent a niece to the diner mentioned in her journal entry to get a copy of the menu, but they came back with a bunch of Polaroids of it instead. You'll need to reconstruct the menu and figure out the breakfast rule to identify what the missing keychain looked like. Once you're ready, enter your findings in the portal. All right, so the GPS data is going to somehow show me. He rented a boat and headed west from the dock, taking one continuous path without stopping anywhere along the way. Okay, so should I put these in order? And headed west from the dock, and one continuous path. I don't quite understand what I'm supposed to be doing. I might go look at a hint if I need to. I don't really understand what even the idea of this one is. What are these strips? Are these where they were? Am I supposed to piece them all together so they move around but never touch an island, I guess? These things are too big to go I guess they could go horizontally. All right, well, I caved and looked at the first hint on the website. Always great. Love their hint system. And it did say that I need to put the strips down so that it goes west from the dock. And yeah, so they have to start west from the dock. And they said there are helpful markings on the map. And now that I look, oh yeah, duh, Mike. So I think I need to have 4 going vertically and 4 horizontally probably. So which of them goes west from the dock but doesn't hit any islands? This doesn't seem like it is right. And I guess I need to check them. Nope, that wouldn't work. Do I need to check them flipped over as well? I guess I would, right? Okay, that one actually kind of works. Okay. So crud, how do I figure out? That one kind of works too. Oh, and that actually formed. Oh, wait, did I just get lucky and get the exact right one? So far I'm keeping them right side up. So if that's at least true and I don't have to consider flipping them, that one kind of fits too. Okay. Mike just gets it right. Okay, that one definitely doesn't fit. Can it fit here? It can, potentially. Actually looks pretty good. So what's the last vertical? No. And yeah, no, that would hit the DOS aisle. No. And no. Okay, how about upside down? No. Maybe I didn't put some of these correct. Ooh, wait. Okay, that actually looks really good. All right. So now let's try. That looks perfect, right? Oh, wait, but then nothing's connecting those. Maybe not. Oh, wait a second. When did that go into the DOS aisle? What? Why did I think that was perfect? Yeah, I got so excited that... No, okay, never mind. That one's not right at all. Crud. Now I forget which ones I tried already. That doesn't work. Stop. How about this one? Now it hits the grocery aisle. Okay. If none of these work, then I got to pull off some of the other ones I did. That's not happy or exciting. Crud. Yeah, none of these are right. Okay. That one looks pretty good, maybe. But here, let's maybe take some off and just try all of these until I find one that fits, which does not seem like it's going to be you. Okay. That one is kind of perfect. And all right, and then let's try this last one. Okay, so I think this is the only one. Whoops, wait, I thought it was. Yes, okay, I think it's the only one that fits there. All right, so clearly, there will be multiple ones that could be somewhere. All right, let's try to, find maybe this next. Okay, that doesn't work. And, yeah, let's do process elimination here. This is exciting to watch. Why did Mike choose to film this? I should have just done the review portion. Okay, that one works. We'll put you to the side. Hopefully no other ones work, and then I'll know that it's right. Okay, come on. Yes, okay, perfect. All right, so we can lock in this one right there. Okay. Maybe now I do the vertical ones now that I have a top and a bottom. So that wouldn't work, and that wouldn't work. That would work actually quite well, and that would also work quite well. Oh, darn it, although it seems like mirrors each other. Well, let's put that to the side. That one would smash into debrief. Yep. And last option. Okay, I think we're... Oh, crud. that work too? Yeah, it does. Although it kind of complicates the path. I'm thinking that it's number 8. I mean, I think it's got to be number 8 because look how nicely that actually forms like a pattern, whereas the other one just like does some crazy stuff. All right, so let's try to get the other verticals in place. That one again is kind of weird. How about this one? That's kind of weird too, but it could work. Let's try out some more. Yeah, there's no islands here. You know what? Let's not do this yet. Let's do over here because that hits Key Largo. That one works. That might be it. That also hits. Yeah, it's definitely going to hit Key Largo on both sides. How about this one? That definitely is also okay. Cool. So we can lock in. Does it go both ways? No. Perfect. So that's locked in. Oh, wait, I just put one off to the side. What was I doing? Oh my gosh, I didn't even consider. Okay, but that one doesn't work. So at least it seems more confident that that's how it's going. So I got 3 left, 1 vertical, 2 horizontal. Let's try the horizontals. They seem like they'll be much harder. So that actually works perfectly. I'm guessing that'll be it. That one goes right through an island. And that one also goes through. Oh. Shoot. Okay, well, we'll save that for now. It could be either of those. Let's try this next one down. All right, that seems terrible. And this also seems terrible. Okay, so not that. That one seems kind of workable. Well, it's doing some weird stuff over here. Not that way, though. Okay, and then last option. That seems very good. And, crud. So I think this one must need to be the vertical because this one doesn't fit anywhere. And that looks pretty nice going in there, especially that way because then it's like a single path, right? Because then they say what they say. They never landed on any of them. They just winded around the islands. One continuous path. Okay, so without stopping. Yeah. Okay, and then that one seems right then. And that one seems right. Okay, wait, crud. I think that's it. So they... what happened? Can you piece together the carabiner's path and determine where he ended up? So if he started the dock, I guess Special K, right? Is that the serial Special K? Is that an actual key island? I don't think so. But yeah, it seems like they ended up at Special K. All right, then get into the second one. After that, not amazing showing from Mike. We sent a niece to the diner, mentioned her journal, to get a copy of the menu. He came back with a bunch of Polaroids. You need to reconstruct the menu and figure out the breakfast rule. Okay. So let's try to reconstruct the menu first. So we got a bunch of things. Let's see. So clearly that's got to be at the top because it's got the diner's name on it. This seems to indicate a right and leftmost orientation with the lines. Oh, this one's got a little bit of text there. Oh, yeah, it definitely matches up. Look. There's the end of tortillas from Huevos Rancheros. So that's like that. Okay. And this one's like about tomatoes, but I don't see anything like that. Oh, but the pictures. That does look like Eggs Benedict, because that looks like the hollandaise sauce. And then fast breaking burrito. Egg white, spinach, feta, tomatoes. Yeah, that could be that. So that seems to match up. Okay, so if those match up, okay, then this has like a Sweeties. Where's that Sweeties coming from? Oh, favorites, Sammy's and such. So, I mean, desserts would usually be at the end of a menu, right? Oh, wait a second. Power up your day with a bullet of protein. Power up your day with a bullet of protein. Okay, so that go in there. And then we already know that that's there. And then, I mean, Edna's Special, Mr. Potato Head seem like they would maybe be favorites. Because this also has the word special. See, Lou's Special, Millennium Special, Edna's Special. So it makes sense for that to be there, just slightly off to the side. That's why we can see the border. And then this is desserts, so I'm guessing that would be kind of off down here by itself. All right, so with that, let's see what she has to say in the journal. Go bit by bit. I can't believe I lost my keys. Dana is going to be so mad at me if I don't find them soon. I already got a major big sis lecture about being more responsible. I know it's only been 2 months since I moved in with her, but it's not like I lost them on purpose. Can't blame her for being mad, though. If I don't find them ASAP and we have to tell the landlord, he's going to charge us a ton of money to change the locks. Money I do not have because I just started my internship. My first day was so good, but then I got a little tipsy at the happy hour, and now my keys are gone. And all my awesome keychain and the carabiner that held them together. Poof, all gone. Even my favorite keychain is gone. It reminds me of when Dana and I used to get brunch every Sunday at Louie's. The owners there liked games as much as we do, and we loved playing the little games they made for the regulars. The person who didn't choose on the last visit gets to pick a dish. Each subsequent person follows the rule for what to order for themselves. For example, the morning I ordered the breakfast burrito, Dana got the Eggs Benedict. When she ordered the croissant sandwich, I got the tot waffle. All the food is so good, the game just makes things a little more interesting. So wait, what is the rule? So she said, the morning I ordered the breakfast burrito. Then what did Dana order? Dana got the Eggs Benedict, which is one above. So it's just you have to order one above. That'd be too easy, right? Then when somebody ordered the croissant sandwich, which we don't have, am I missing a thing? No, maybe I'm not supposed to have that. One morning after our traditional brunch date, we got a flat tire and had to walk to this really weird middle of nowhere rest stop. They had all these cute keychains in the shop and a bunch in the shape of breakfast dishes. We each got one to commemorate our breakfast order that day. She got to choose first that morning and still carries around her fried egg on toast. Seems silly to care about a trinket, but I like carrying a little piece of her with me when we're apart. Okay, enough reminiscing. I really need to find my keys. Time to retrace those steps. All right, so fried egg on toast. I got to find the one that's, next or adjacent to that. Okay, so Lou's special is fried egg on toast. But let's try to just verify by finding what the croissant sandwich and the tot waffles are. Oh, the breakfast Samuel has a toasted croissant. I can see that right there. So what the heck does T-O-T, a tater tot waffle. Okay, but shoot. So that one went there, but the breakfast burrito went there. So what the heck is the breakfast rule? Wait, maybe it's in the reading. Okay, fast-breaking burrito. Egg white, spinach, feta, tomatoes. Power up your day with a bullet of... power up your day. Boom. Okay, breakfast has never been this classy. Cage-free eggs with goat cheese, organic avocado, and chive butter on a toasted croissant. Serve with a side of microgreens, dressing. Oh, left up. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I got it now. Left up. Okay, so what did she get? Her sister got a fried egg on toast. Fried egg on toast, salted and peppered, because that's the right thing to do. It's down to basics, but as Lou likes to say, if simplicity is wrong, I don't want to be right. Wait, so is that right twice? Or is that just back to the breakfast burrito? I'm going to assume it's the breakfast burrito. I'm going to assume it's Special K. I'll go check them both. I won't tell if I'm right, just to leave y'all in suspense. So when you actually play the game, you can see for yourself. But I'm going to go finish the other transmissions off camera. And when I'm done, probably in a few days, I'll get back with my review. And I am back. I finished the entire thing. And actually, I went back from the beginning and played it through with my 13-year-old, and he really enjoyed it too. I would say the entire thing, a full playthrough, probably took us 3 to 4 hours, if I had to guess. Some of the cases were definitely more involved than others. Anyway, a quick review. I don't want to show anything and spoil anything, especially for those of you who skipped past the first part. But I really enjoyed it. It felt about the same length as Case 1. It had kind of the same whimsical storyline and whimsical sense of humor with kind of this other world that has objects in it. Now, a little warning on that sense of humor. If you don't like puns, especially puns connected to doors and to keys and to portals, anything sort of key related, oh my gosh, your brain's gonna explode. Especially there was this one episode where we were solving puzzles with songs and band names, and all of them were key related puns. We thought it was kind of cute, kind of ridiculous. Some people might just groan going through it. But the puzzles themselves were good. There was one where we needed to draw on something. They did include wax paper in this version, so theoretically, if you can keep on getting sheets of that, it is endlessly reusable. And there was another one where we had to put stickers on something, and they said that for the final version, they're going to try to make it so that the stickers are kind of removable and can be put back on, or they'll have a reset pack. Without that, nothing is written on. Nothing is kind of messed up in any way, so you could pass the game on infinitely. But that one writing one and the sticker one might be a problem if you're trying to keep the game going and play it with multiple people. In terms of the difficulty of the puzzles, there were several we had to use hints on, although my son and I are a bit impatient, so we might have been able to solve them. There was one that had a misprinted color that stopped us from solving it, but the team is well aware of that, and they're already fixing it, so that's not going to be a problem for any of you playing the game. The hint system continues to be great. If you haven't heard me talk about Postcurious' online hint system in the past, it is fabulous. They give you very small hints along the way, so you can eventually jump in and solve the rest yourself. Again, we needed to use that several times, but it never felt bad doing so. Now, this is a much sillier, lighter game than many of the Postcurious series, Emerald Echoes that I covered recently, or my favorite one, The Light and the Mist. And again, full of puns, so know what you're coming into, but if you like puzzle games, you can't go wrong. This is another awesome one from the Postcurious team. So yeah, pretty big recommend. We definitely enjoyed Finders Keepers, Case 2 of the Ministry of Lost Things. Hope you enjoyed too if you go into it. And thanks for watching, everybody. Special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, J. William F., Steve Wren, Pedro Lucas, Miles, KCW, Andrew R., and Chris C. We'll see you at the next stop.